everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amma Mama, and today I'm doing a little bit different kind of a video. Thanks and a shout out also to Annie at Obscure Book Adventures for tagging me in this. So I'm going to be doing the anything but books book tag, and if you haven't seen her channel yet at all, or if you haven't seen her video on this, you should go over and watch it. So again, thank you for tagging me in this, because this seemed really fun, so I'm excited to do this one. So the first question is, what is something you own way too much of other than books? I probably have a few things that I could think of, but the main one that came to my head is stuffed animals. I don't know. I go under the pretense sometimes of like, oh, I'm buying it for my son who's 11. But I don't know. I love stuffed animals. I think they're cute, and I have them scattered all over my room. And then of course, like, there's a ton in my son's room that I keep buying that just go in like a hanging bag thing in his room. So I have a lot of stuffed animals. And then I don't know that I have too much of these, but for someone who doesn't actually do a ton of like art stuff, but I like doing it, I have quite a lot of art supplies. So those are probably the two things that I own too much of, other than books, but probably definitely the stuffed animals is the top one. Then what is something that you do for fun other than reading? So in spite of like the art supplies, that is not the main thing that I do for fun other than reading. I will do, like jigsaw puzzles sometimes, but really, I almost hate to say this, but really the main thing that I usually do, and I don't know if it's so much for fun as it is for just like checking out and being brain dead sometimes, is that I play games on my phone. So I have a couple of apps that I have several, but I'll kind of cycle through depending on my mood, and I'll play something for a long time and then I'll be done with it and then I'll switch. But I don't know if that's really for fun as much as it is just to, like I said, be brain dead if I need to be. Otherwise, for fun, I'm really just doing stuff with my son. So I'll play video games with him sometimes, or, we'll go swimming or to the park, like stuff like that. So that's more what I do for fun, I guess. Then the next question is, what is something special or important on your nightstand that is not a book? The main thing for that for me is really just my water, because I don't know, I drink a lot of water, so I always have water on my nightstand, especially, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thirsty, I need to have my water with me. So that's not really special, but it is important. Drinking water is important. Okay. The next question, what's something you buy at a bookstore other than books? And generally, if I'm at a bookstore, it's because I'm planning on buying books, and so I don't really go there for other purposes per se, but because I do usually go to the Barnes and Noble that's not too far from me, I always, pretty much always will get a drink of some sort from the coffee shop there, because they have a Starbucks in the Barnes and Noble. So I will usually get a coffee. Sometimes I have bought like I've bought a jigsaw puzzle, I've bought a board game from there before, but usually I'm getting books. And so other than books, it's really just my coffee. What's a fun gift that you've received that wasn't a book or a gift card for books? That is obviously a lot of what I get, and I do get other stuff, but sometimes, I don't know, I can't think of anything I got that I would rank, fun per se. but my sister got me this past Christmas this cool wood carved I think she said it was like a handmade wood carved kind of tray. And this also I keep on my nightstand because it's got a nice spot for, you know, my cup to sit on, a place for my phone. And when I am reading, like, it can hold my book. I can either prop it, you know, just against it, or if I'm just quickly getting up, I can, you know, plop it on here for a few minutes to hold my spot. So I really like this. And so this is also on my nightstand as well, but that is something that I got recently that's not a book. Let's see, the next question is, what's a YouTube channel that you watch that isn't related to books? So I have a few that I watch that aren't related to books. The main one that I tend to watch very regularly, basically every day, is stuff for either, like, I'll watch Good Mythical Morning and Good Mythical More. They have like a bunch of like sub channels, like Mythical Kitchen, and so all of those channels I tend to watch whenever there are new videos. It's something it's something my daughter used to watch when she was a teenager, and I had started watching it with her. And so I've just kept watching it, even though she hasn't lived here in years. But I like their channel, and so I watch that. And then I also watch Ryan Trahan. And so those are the two. Ryan Trahan I had started watching because he used to do like this penny series. So he would like start with a penny and try to like raise money for things. And now he's been doing a lot of videos about, I almost want to say review videos, but I don't know if they're necessarily reviews, but like he's gone and checked out like 1-star hotels, 1-star restaurants. He just did one recently where he tried out different airplane seats on the same airline, like all the way from like the lowest to the very most expensive. So I just find I like those kind of videos. It's just interesting because I will never be buying, you know, like the most expensive airline ticket where I basically have a bedroom on a plane. So it's kind of fun to watch those and see them. And then the Mythical channel, a lot of those videos are just, you know, they're humorous and they do silly things, or they try weird foods that probably no one ever is going to think about eating or trying, but it's fun to see what they come up with and what they do. So I like those channels. So those are the main ones I watch. There are a few that I watch, but those are the main ones. And then other than that, I watch a lot of BookTube also. And then tag 5 BookTubers that you want to learn more about. So again, I had quite a few that I think that I could say like, oh, I would love to hear more, but these were kind of the 5 that I thought would be interesting. So Beth at Beth's Bookish Reviews would be my first one, and then my second one, and a couple of these, I will just start off by saying a couple of these are like much larger BookTube channels, so I'm not even sure that this would even make it their way, but if it did, it would be really fun to see this kind of book tag from them. So the second one would be Daniel Green at Daniel Green Reviews. Then Heather at Heather Reads. Fourth one would be Jack Edwards, and he actually has 2 different channels, and so I don't remember which channel he does, you know, stuff that's a little bit not just book reviews, but one of them is Jack, it's just his name, Jack Edwards, and then the other one is Jack in the Books. And then the last one would be Kelly at Kelly Reads a Lot. So those would be the 5 people that I would be interested in seeing more about. And then, like I said, you know, Annie at Obscure Book Adventures has already done this tag, so that was really good. And definitely check her out as well. And that is my answers to this particular book tag of anything but books. And it was a lot of fun. A couple of the things were definitely a little bit trickier to come up with because it is interesting how a lot of my stuff, my immediate response would just be books or something book related. So it was fun to have to kind of think of some things outside of that. So I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.